We're giving the conical a OxyClean bath. I couldn't think of a better way to clean this than in a bathtub. Hey YouTubers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Mr. Sparty here. Let's first off start again by saying thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys so much, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. As you guys can see, I just got a haircut today, so alright, so what do I got going on? I got a crap load going on, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys updates for my HLT. I was able to get some parts put into that, do a leak test, and put some numbers on my sight glass. So I'm going to show you a lot of that. And also I'm going to show you, I have my dip tube probably that far from the bottom. It's almost scraping the bottom of my kegel. And you guys will see the results of that. It's amazing how much water it pulls out of my HLT. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you my electric project I'm working on for my HLT. That's not going to be ready probably for a while. So, and then after that, I'm going to show you guys what I just got the other day, yesterday, as far as some purchases for brewing. So, if you guys can, just stay with me. And when that's all over, I will be back with you guys, and I'll show you some gravity readings on my cider as well. So I'll be right back. I'll show you guys what I just picked up. So I just picked up enough grains to do about 3 recipes. This one here is going to be my Dirty Bastard clone. So you can see we got Kira Vienne, Special B, Black Patent, Kira Pills, Kira Munich, and 40L. And then Searing Goldings and Pearl. Next to that is going to be my version 2 of my stout. So I'm putting 40L in that as well. So 40L chocolate malt, roasted barley, ADL Victory malt. And then East Kent Goldings. And last time I did Fuggles, but they were all out of them, so I'm going to try Challenger instead. And then this is going to be an 11-gallon batch, so I got 3 packets of SO4. Last time I used WLP002 liquid and did a starter, but this time I thought I would go ahead and try dry yeast just to see if I can tell a difference. And then last but not least is going to be my blonde ale. And that's got 10L in it. It's got a little bit of 40L in it. It's got, let me see if I can find them. It's got Kira Pills in it. It's got some Victory malt in it. And then this will have, I got Cascade, I got some Citra, and then this is Centennial I have left over from last year that I'm going to use. And then again, this is an 11-gallon batch, so I got a couple packets of US-05, and I have never used US-05 before. I always use 1056 liquid, so I've always heard good things about this, so I'm going to give that a shot. And if you're wondering, out of all this, where's my 2-row and where's my Maris Otter, you can see that down here. I just picked up a 55-gallon bag of Maris Otter and a, or 55-pound bag of Maris Otter and a 50-pound bag of 2-row. So, and all this will cover, that's 11-gallon batch, 11-gallon batch, 6-gallon batch. So I have never made the Dirty Bastard clone before, and I absolutely love that beer. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a shot in a 6-gallon batch. And then I should have plenty of this left over to where I can do, maybe another smash beer and a bunch of other ones. But I just wanted to show you the haul I just went and picked up today. ever wondered how many containers you need for a 50-pound bag of grain? These are Lowe's 5-gallon buckets, so they're filled to the rim. So there's 2 of them that are completely full, and then that's what's left over. So as far as 5-gallon buckets go, it takes a little over 2 5-gallon buckets to get a 50-pound bag of grain in there. Alright, just thought I'd show you guys some stuff I got in the mail today. So I got a couple more Type B. Camelot kits. So there's one. There's the other one. Let's see what else we got here. Got a couple more Type F, disconnects. I got a couple, just couplers here. And then I got a new ball valve. This one right here. So I showed you guys before I had this one here. This was my old boil kettle one. So instead of that one, I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here. So that's one set of items I got. I'll be back in a minute with what else I just got. Alright, so here's a quick shot of my HLT tank. Got it all taped up now, nice and tight. Got all this on here nice and tight. Got the electrical component capped up right now just for a leak test. And in here you can see I got the dip tube and everything in here. So I'm just filling this up with water, cold water right now out of my tap, just to see if we're getting any leaks, because this is the first time I'm testing the welds. So once we get some more water in here, I'll get back with you. Test number 2. You can see I got this thing more than halfway filled up right now. Went ahead and put a little bit hotter water in there, so we're sitting at about 93 degrees right now. Or what, about 34 degrees Celsius for you guys? So here's the deal. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for about a half an hour. No visible leaks right now. What I found out is I did a phenomenal job taping everything, except for this side of the cup. I took this off thinking I was going to have to put a ton more tape on it to find out I completely forgot to tape that part. So I'm positive that's why that leaked. So there's nothing going on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for a half an hour and then I'll be back. So we're at about the 25-minute mark. I think that's good enough for a cold test because I really would rather test this with boiling water. So absolutely no leaks that I can tell on this guy. Everything seems fine. So the only leak I got on this was when I started filling this up. I did a bonehead thing and I left this open, so hence the towels on the floor where I had to clean up some water. What I'm going to do now is start draining this, and then I'll show you how well the dip tube does again, right at the end. Quick shot of this too, when I'm draining. I just attached the silicone hose to the threaded part of the Type B here. And I don't see any kind of leaks or anything there either. Granted, this isn't super hot wort either, so we'll see when I do the boil test, but so far so good on that. And this still got a little ways to go. I'll see if I can't speed this up for you when I do the video. So here's my HLT after the leak test. So I've started to put the gallon marks on this. So you can see this is, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's full to the rim. That's actually 16 gallons up to here, but I don't have a 16 for a number. So now, I did put this up a little bit higher than on my boil kettle because I figured I might be using propane at first, so I didn't want the thermometer way down here. So unfortunately this starts at about 4.5, right down here is about 4 gallons. So at least I know at the bottom here, as soon as I start seeing it, it's about 4 gallons, where on my boil kettle I start seeing it at 3 gallons. So I'll just have to compensate for that. So if I need 10 gallons, I can start at like 14 and go all the way till I see it go to this spot. So, and that's it for the HLT for now. Hopefully this weekend maybe I can get it on a burner and do a true leak test on a burner. Alright, so this is the start of my electrical HT project. There's my, HLT. There's my HLT there with the electrical ferrule TIG welded in. So what I did is I originally had bought this this kit, and I decided that box just wasn't going to cut it, so I went and bought a 8x8x4 box at Lowe's. So, and then what I bought was this 10/3 flexible wiring, because I have a bunch of 10/3 in my garage, but it's the the really rigid type, so I went ahead and bought this stuff. So part of my kit, it's this SSR with a heatsink. And then, let's see, the other thing I got was this potentiometer that I originally had mounted in this lid, but I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I originally had it mounted in this lid here, but I'm going to go ahead and remove it from that, and it's going to end up going in the lid for this. So the other thing I have is this voltage display that I'm going to install in the lid as well. And then I also ordered a earth leakage circuit protector, which is going to go inside here, and then the switch is going to sit outside the lid to turn this on and off. I'll go ahead and flip a picture of that up on the screen right now. But this is a start. I'm probably going to have to wait at least 2 or 3 more weeks before I get that circuit breaker that I'm going to be using. But I just thought I'd show you guys the progress I have on this so far. I've already drilled the holes in here and ran wire on both sides. I just have to get some plugs and outlets and everything for it now. Thanks for sticking with me. So you guys saw everything I just bought. I got an absolute crap load of grain. The cool thing is my local homebrew shop, they just got a good deal on their grain locally, so they just dropped all their prices on their base grain to like $1 a pound. And on their specialty grains, the majority of it's $1.50 a pound now. And so what I did, and on Tuesdays they have AHA discount day. So what I did is I just went in there and bought tons and tons of grain. So like I said, I'm going to have enough for my SJ pour beer I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing an 11-gallon batch of that. I'm going to be able to do my blind ale again, 11-gallon batch of that. I'm going to do that Dirty Bastard clone, which I've been dying to do. And even when all that's done, I should still have plenty of grain left over to do another smash experiment with the Maris Otter, and then brew up some other beers. So I should have plenty of ingredients to brew for quite some time now. Okay, so, and then, you know, a few other things. You guys saw my electric project and everything's coming along. I just, you know, some of that stuff's going to be on hold, so if it warms up here, and I'm going to pause this real quickly and then come back because it looks like the audio is getting out of sync on me again. Hopefully that's better. So what I was saying is my HLT is going to be on, my electric part of it's going to be on hold for a few weeks until I get another part in. So if it warms up here, which it's supposed to get up into the 30s finally, and if I actually see a good 40-degree day or something like that, I may go ahead and throw this thing on a burner instead. And hopefully this weekend I can do a burner test on it for leaking, and I can put that in next week's video to let you guys know how that went. My conical still is coming along, but that's on hold as well until I get time to build a stand. So, enough with all that though. So what I want to show you guys now is I took readings of my cider. So, this one here is my London ale. You know, basically the English ale. And then this one here is the Scottish ale. Okay, we'll start with the London ale one. So both these started at 1056. I racked this into secondary a couple weeks ago, and it was at 1033. And that's the last time I did a taste test of this. And I just took another gravity reading of that today, and it was at 1026. So it is definitely dropping some. So again, it still has kind of a alcohol kind of smell to it, but you know, pretty clean. It's still got a real nice apple flavor to it though, which you know, like an apple cider flavor to it. So again though, it's still at, like I said, it's still at 1026, so this is sitting at 6.56% right now. It's very, very tasty though. And they're really, they're still not clearing up real well. They've got both 6-gallon carboys have about this much yeast and stuff on the bottom. So I may go ahead and rack these one more time into carboys, just see if I can get them to clear out a little bit. But the London yeast is getting very close to kegging. Alright, so this is the Scottish ale. Again, this started at 1050 or 1076. It was at 1040 the last time I sampled this a couple weeks ago, and now it's at 1032. So we're sitting at about 5.78%. This one's got a real nice smooth flavor to it too. I went ahead and let both these sit in the fridge for about an hour just to cool down a little bit. I tell you, it's gonna be a hard decision between these. You know, this one, the Scottish ale, I'm probably gonna go ahead and bottle, and the London ale, I'm gonna go ahead and keg. So whenever I get around to doing that, I'm gonna really enjoy doing a side by side when these have a little carbonation, because they're both really good ciders right now. Other than that, I don't have anything else. I'm already going on kind of a long video, and I apologize for that. So I'll say this as I always say, thank you for being my subscribers. I've watched a ton of your videos and commented on them. And you guys have a good rest of the week. Cheers. One more quick thing I forgot to tell you guys is my music has changed. I was doing an opening and closing with Buddy Guy, and YouTube slammed me for that. They basically told me, we could have shut your video down, we didn't do it this time, but they basically were telling me if you keep up with that music, even though I paid for it, they said I can't have it in my video, and they would pull my video if I kept doing that. So I changed it to some other music, and I don't know if I'm going to stay with that music or not, but if you guys notice the change, that's why. Again, cheers.